Hello, good morning students of class 12 commerce. Welcome to Pandra Sir's virtual class on development economies. And as yesterday we started the new chapter titled Human Resources Development, especially in India. Yesterday we discussed a lot about what is human resource and how it is different from physical resource or physical capital, what is human capital and what is human capital formation. What are the things that is necessary for human capital formation? That is adding skill and expertise to our workforce or labor force. So yesterday also we discussed why the development of manpower, that means adding skill to our population is necessary for an economy. It is, and we concluded that it is nothing but development to achieve the desired rate of development and growth in our economy. We need to develop our human resource, and for that we have to take care of many things, including prime of them are education, health, and all these things. So today we are going to discuss in elaboration what are the shortcomings, what are the drawbacks, what are the hindrances that we face when actually we try to develop our manpower. And point wise we will discuss that the difficulties on the way of development of manpower in India. The first point being high growth rate of population. India being the second largest populated country in the world, here the rate of development, rate of growth of population is always been alarming. It is not a simple growth, it is explosion. Explosion stands for it is undesirably higher growth rate of population. And what happens when population grow? We have to feed more people, we have to give education to more people, we have to take the health care of more people, and as our resources being limited, the share on each head becomes very negligible or low. And that is the reason why we cannot achieve the desired goal in the field of education, in the field of healthcare, and to sum up in achieving our desired level of development and growth. So, the growth rate of population is the first hindrance. First of all, we need to control the population explosion in our country so that with a limited number of people, with a limited number of workforce, we can implement our plan for human resources development more efficiently and more effectively. The second point being migration. This is a very important point to understand. Migration, this concept is popularly known as brain drain. What happens? Here, even if we develop the manpower, when they get information about their status in the world, what they find is that they have a better potential in other areas, in other countries. So, after getting empowerment, after getting proper education, proper degree, after adding skill to themselves, what they do? They simply migrate to some other country and provide their factor service to those countries. And here, what happens? The system fails. The prime objective of our economy, that when we empower our people, they would work for us, and here we simply fail and we cannot achieve our desired goal. This concept is popularly known as brain drain, concept of brain drain. The third point being lack of proper manpower planning. See, we have a large population. That's why our workforce, our labor force is very huge. But because we cannot efficiently plan and efficiently channelize our manpower into different sector, what we find is that sometimes we find disguised unemployment in agricultural sector, whereas we find shortage of skilled people in industrial sector. So the root cause behind this is inefficient manpower planning and management. The fourth point being low level of academic standard. This is a major concern in countries like India. In practical field, what we find is that you will find people with lots of degrees, with many degrees. You will find people, but hardly they are worth that degree. Go in the the developmental strategy of our government. Now colleges and universities are mushrooming all over India. Even in 4 or 5 villages you will find a college. So the number of graduates obviously increasing, but are they actually having the standard of a graduate student? Never. You won't find them. So they have a higher degree, but their efficiency, their skill, their expertise is very low. And here comes the problem that what is expected out of them, what level of productivity is expected out of them, they cannot deliver that. That's why actually what is affected by that, the desired achievement of the desired rate of development and growth is stopped. The next point being inefficient system. Our system that is managing and implementing, designing plan, implementing those plans, the system itself is corrupted, is inefficient. So, how we can expect a better result from inefficient people? So, first of all, we have to take care of that we have to just pick out and throw away inefficient people from our system, especially those people who are making plans and implementing them. And once this work is done, we can hope for a better result. And the last point being poverty. Yes, obviously you are having a very, very high degrees, but you are not efficient. You cannot deliver when it actually comes to deliver. You don't have any skill. So what is the worth of your degree? And what is the result? Even if you are having degree, you are inefficient, you are not skilled, and obviously you are lacking bargaining power. In the job market, in the labor market, you have less bargaining power because you are not skillful enough. And the result is poverty. So poor people, they cannot afford better education, they cannot afford better health facility. Then how in the world the country, the economy will develop? So to sum up, all these are problems that our Indian economy is facing on the way of empowering its human resources or the labor force. And in our next class, we will be discussing 2 important sectors that contributes to manpower development, that is education sector, and here we will be discussing in elaboration what is education sector and what is the status of education sector, and after independence till now how much achievement it has achieved, and the same for healthcare sector, because education and health is the prime requirement, the first thing to take care of if at all we want to develop our manpower. So for today, thank you and have a nice day.